Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm here with an iftar preparation vlog. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm soaking some agar-agar in water just to help it dissolve fast. Add some rice for Sana's lunch, preparing a grocery list, getting older fruits out. It's getting warmer here these days and fruits have to be stored in the fridge. But all of us have flu on and off, so there's a lot of shuffling going on between the fridge and outside. We can't do without fruits also. So it just gets managed somehow. Now Sana's lunch is getting ready. She'll have rice with whatever we have for sahar. We usually don't eat rice for sahar, so that's some rice and juice. She had it with our fried fish curry that day. I'm pouring 2 cups of milk to agar-agar and leaving it to boil. And by leaving it, I literally mean leaving it. You'll see why. Now I'm cutting up some chilies, slicing some shallots and garlic for nombukanji. Nombukanji is rice porridge. We have it almost on every alternate day. That's 3/4 cup of rice and a handful of moong dal. Wash it well. You need to add about half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds too. I left it out that day. Now add in the chopped veggies. I'm also chopping in half a tomato. Now the agar-agar was almost ready and I was going to add cardamoms. I went to crush the cardamoms and this happened. So I just shifted it to a different stove and continued. I added the crushed cardamoms and adding in half a cup of raw sugar. I add a bit of rice while storing my raw sugar so it stays in the powdered form. Once the sugar dissolves, strain it and refrigerate till iftar. Now after a quick cleanup, I put my cooker with the rice porridge on high flame again. Making some square samosas, thawing the sheets out, preparing a paste with plain flour and water. Square samosas are just like regular samosas, it's just that it's made in a square shape, and because we use 2 samosa leaves, it'll be a bit more crispier. When I make meat fillings with no veggies, I tend to make these samosas. Now for the rice porridge, after the first whistle, reduce the flame and keep it on simmer for 8 to 10 minutes. Now placing 2 samosa sheets like so, adding in the filling. This was some leftover keema filling from the previous day. Fold sheet 1, then sheet 2. Check both the corners. Then fold sheet 1 again. Then sheet 2. Tuck in wherever necessary. And then you paste it with that paste you made. Now these preparations I'll do in the afternoon around 2 when I make lunch for Sana. And then I'll have about half an hour of work left for iftar. That I'll be doing about, iftar is at 7 here. So I'll do that around 5:30. You can tuck those fine edges in or you can just cut them off like this. Now the corners are all secure and it's done. Now these go into the fridge until iftar. I'm peeling and coring an apple for apple bajji. Preparing the batter. It's 1 cup of plain flour, half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of coconut milk powder, a pinch of salt and a pinch of baking powder. You can add in half a teaspoon of vanilla essence or some cinnamon powder now. Mix it with some water and an egg. The batter should be thick. Mix it well. Now while the oil is getting heated, I am heating up the nombukanji too. Once it's heated up, mashing it well and adding a cup of coconut milk. Mix well. Add in the necessary salt. Now this is a mix of coriander powder, cumin powder and ginger powder. Mix it well. Add in the necessary water, coriander leaves and give it a boil. And your nombukanji is done. You can adjust water according to the consistency you like. Now frying the apple bajis. Dip the apple pieces in batter and drop it in oil. Make sure you do it in low flame because the coconut milk browns up real fast. So just before picking it out of oil, crank the heat up and pick it out. Then before adding the fresh batch, lower the heat and add. Now I've soaked some sabja seeds. This is a last minute job because if you keep sabja seeds soaked for long, they don't stay afloat in the drink. They'll just sink to the bottom. Now that's some almond gum or badam pisin for the sahar. Preparing the fruits. I read somewhere that grapes should be soaked in salt water to remove pesticides. I've been doing it ever since. I don't know how effective it is though. The light pink part of the watermelon that's not very sweet, I added a bit of sugar and I froze it, and I used it to top my milk sarbat the next day. The last thing I did was fry the samosas. I think we still had about half an hour left for the iftar. It's better not to rush things towards the end, especially frying things towards the end. Our iftar every day is a bit different, but it has the same fixed menu. It will be nombukanji or a one pot meal like this, and then there'll be fruits, juice, and some stuff, fried stuff like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.